Hello, my name is Bethany. This is my channel, Thany's Thoughts. Today I'm talking about series I need to finish, hopefully for 2021. I'm not going to finish all of these for 2021, but these are goals for series and book series that I need to finish, that I've started and have not finished. Some of them I've started a couple of the books years and years ago, and some of them I have recently started over the last year. These are just goals for 2021. Reading more. That's one of my goals, is reading more book series of things that book series that I want to finish. To start off with, I want to finish the Charlotte Holmes series. That is by Brittany Cavaro. That is about the retelling involving Charlotte Holmes and Jamie Watson. So Holmes and Watson, this is their retelling between the two of them. I really, really loved the first book, and I recently actually reread the first book because I really want to make sure that I try again and read the second. Crossing fingers, it'll happen. I have the second book on ebook. I have the third book in physical, and I think there's a fourth book. I also unfortunately know a little bit of a spoiler on the end of this series, which I'm a little bit devastated by. But I'm going to continue reading the series anyway. I really, really like the first book, so there's really no excuse. I have no excuse. All of these books I really liked. I just haven't read them. So that is goals for 2021. Another book series that I started was Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I read book one on audio, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. Haven't gone back to the series. I really liked the first book. Granted, I felt like the first book was very predictable. I knew within maybe 50 pages what the twist was going to be. And I don't know if that was just because it was YA or just because I read enough of YA to know what direction it was going in. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just because it was made really, really obviously. But I was still really interested in the world. I think the world building was really fascinating. The fact that each land and kingdom was its own season. There was something really beautiful and interesting about that. I'm intrigued. I'm interested to know what happens more in the series, so I will try to get back to that. The other series I need to finish is The Wrath and the Dawn series by Renee Aday. That one a lot of people really, really like. I read book one on audio. I really enjoyed it. It is the retelling of 1001 Arabian Nights. And I have book two. I own it, I think. It's up there somewhere. All my unread ones are either up there or down there. I also really liked it. I really want to know what happens in the conclusion of that series. So definitely one I have to go back to and read as well. Those three were YA. I have 2 more YA series to finish. So one of them I started a while ago and just never finished. It is Exile by Kevin Emerson. I read book one, really liked it. It's about a band, but it's got a mystery aspect to it, and it ended up going in a direction I didn't think it was going to, and it was really interesting. And I have the second book, it's over there, and then I think the third book came out a while ago. I don't have that one. I have this is a signed book, and I was just really interested in the series, and I want to know what happens, but at the same time, I haven't picked it up. So again, I have no excuse for any of these. So I really, really want to finish it. That's definitely one of the ones that is on my goal to do. And then the last one that's YA, I just read it this past year. And the second book's already out, and the third book's coming out soon-ish. So I want to read the second one before the third one comes out. And that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Richard Kemmerer. This is the Cursebreaker series. I read book one, really enjoyed it. I am really intrigued and interested in book two. A Curse So Dark and Lonely is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I have a review on it in one of my wrap-ups. I can link it up above. And so that is definitely a series that I want to continue and read because I'm really, really interested and invested in those characters, especially Gray. Gray is in the second book. I need to read about Gray. I need to find out what happened. The second book, something about a heart so broken and fierce. Ooh, I'd be really impressed with myself if I got that title right. Because I don't remember things like that. So that's my goal for 2021, is to continue more of that series. Romance series. I'm ashamed to admit this about myself, because as a Christina Lauren fan, I really have to get my shit together. I have not finished their Beautiful series or their Wild Season series, which I feel like is a shame for myself, for as a romance reader, to not have read more of their series. I loved Beautiful Bastards so much, and then I didn't want to pick up any more of the backlist of the Beautiful series because I wanted to savor it. Like, I didn't want to just inhale it all and then have nothing of theirs left to read. But since their last more recent releases have been a little bit disappointing for me, I really feel like I need to go back and read the Beautiful series because I think maybe that was where they were strongest. I have 3 more of the Beautiful series up there, and I think I have 2 more of the Wild Season series. That the Beautiful series is about is more like office place romances, and then the Wild Season series is where group of 4 girls, group of 4 guys all meet in Las Vegas. All, I think, all 4 of them, or all 8 of them, I should say, all 8 of them, or 6 of them, or half of them drunkenly get married. So it is about the relationships between all of them. I will say I didn't love Sweet Filthy Boy. I know that a lot of people really like that one. That one wasn't really my favorite, but I'm more interested in actually some of the other couples from that series. So I really want to intrigued to check those out. I've read book 1 of each of those series, and I have books 2 through 4 of Beautiful series and books 2 and 3 of Wild Season series. Again, no excuse. It just has to happen. The next series I definitely want to read more of is more of Talia Hibbert's backlist. So Ravenwood series, that is her small town romance series. I read the first book from that, which is A Girl Like Her. Absolutely loved it. Definitely want to read more from that series, and I'm really, and there's one of them is an age gap romance where with an older woman, and one of the books I think is a nanny romance. So, which are both tropes that I really, really like. So I definitely just need to read them. And then Just for Him series is, I think, her Mafia series. There's Mafia bad boy something involved in that series. The only reason I really want to read that is I read Work for It. One of the characters is a brother to one of the characters that gets her own romance in the Just for Him series. And I think I really want to read just her book. But knowing myself and knowing how much I love Talia Hibbert, I think I'm okay with reading the whole series. I think I'll like it. I think I'll enjoy it. So I just need to go and read that one. That's some of her earlier works, so I know they might be a little bit more rough around the edges, her writing wise, because I think she's really grown as a writer, her style. But I still think I'm gonna have a good time. I still really love her characters, though. Her characters are really what makes it for me. So I definitely want to try to read those. And last but not least, I'm on the fence if I'm gonna read this or not. But I have it. I own it. I hate having books that I own and not reading them. I have to at least read them. That is just a personal thing for me. Meg Cabot. Meg Cabot was one of my favorite writers of all time. I love her stuff. I've read every single thing that she's written. When vampires were big, like True Blood and Twilight, that whole time when vampires really, really blew up, Meg Cabot wrote a vampire series, and she was very bitter about it. At least from what I read from her blog and stuff, she was not really very happy about writing a vampire series, but I think she was pushed by her publisher to do so. And there's 2 books from that series. Granted, the 3rd book from that series never got published. I think because they didn't perform very well, and I think I don't know if her publishing contract just fell through. I'm not really sure what happened there. As far as vampire series books go, it wasn't terrible. She went a very traditional route of he is Dracula, this is a thing, can't go in daylight. She was very he drinks blood. It was very clear that, she went very traditionalist in her vampire, which I can appreciate, obviously. I read book 1 a very, very long time ago. I have book 2. And I just want to read it just to have done it, because I've read literally everything else by Meg Cabot. Not reading a book of hers feels strange. I want to try to do it, even though the 3rd book also never came out. So I'm anticipating definitely being a cliffhanger and just left like that forever. Which is fine, because I definitely don't think anybody's really in demand for more of that series. Because vampires aren't, they're getting kind of big again, I guess. But I don't anticipate her ever going back to and finishing that series. So, in any case, I don't know. That's goals. I own it. I can't not read it. It feels weird. Those are the series that I need to finish for 2021, or at least series I need to finish. I don't know if I'm gonna get all of these done in 2021, but definitely I'm gonna make some progress. There's definitely things I want to make progress on. I definitely want to make progress on the Christina Lauren series. I definitely want to make progress on the Charlotte Holmes series. And I definitely want to make progress on the Curse Breaker series. Those are like the 3 that are like my top priorities. Everything else hopefully will fall into place for some of the other ones. Let me know down in the comments what series you plan to finish for 2021. I would love to know. And maybe that might be a series that I need to read myself. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw and want to see more bookish things from me, please subscribe and hit likes and bells and whistles. I'd appreciate it. And check out all my social medias down below, and you can follow me on all the things. I would love that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!